So, as I said, children, that decline of imports from other countries into India, this led to the expansion of Indian industries during the war. And this was a greater opportunity for Indian business group for development. Okay. Now, children, this war also led the British to expand their army. They needed soldiers. So they pressurized the village people to supply soldiers. And number of soldiers were sent abroad. But when they returned, children, they had a totally different perspective because they understood that how these imperialist powers, the foreign rulers, they were exploiting the peoples of Asia and Africa. So these people who returned after the war, they opposed the colonial rule. In addition to this, in 1917, revolution in Russia, the news of peasants and workers revolution, ideas of socialism, which was widely circulated, it also inspired the Indian nationalist. Okay. Now came into the scene Mahatma Gandhi, who arrived in India in 1915 from South Africa. We have read so much about him, that how he fought against racism in South Africa. He was already known internationally, children. When he arrived, he was at the age of 46. And his South African campaigns, children, had brought him in contact with various Indians, Hindus, Muslims, Parsis, merchants, lawyers. So Gandhiji, he decided to spend his first year traveling throughout the country because he wanted to see the overall situation of the nation, understand the people, their needs. Then he participated in some local movements like Champaran movement, Kheda, Ahmedabad, and there he came in contact with Rajendra Prasad and Vallabhbhai Patel. This is given at page 148, children. Please mark there. In 1919, children, Gandhiji, he gave a call for Satyagraha. Satyagraha against the Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act, children, we have already read in political science also, which was passed by British. This act curbed or curtailed the fundamental rights of freedom of expression and even gave more power to police. So Mahatma Gandhi and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, I'll just show you these two personalities. So both these leaders, children, they felt that the government had no right to control people's basic freedoms or restrict people's basic freedom of expression. So they criticized Rowlatt Act. They said it is tyrannical. Tyrannical, children, something which is harsh, cruel, or unfair to control. Okay. Gandhiji asked Indians to observe 6th April 1919 as a day of non-violent opposition to this act. Gandhiji was a follower of non-violent means, children. Okay. So there were hartals, strikes, satyagraha sabhas were set up. Rowlatt Satyagraha, children, that was to be the first all India struggle against British government. In April 1919, number of demonstrations, hartals all over the country were held, and British, they used brutal measures to suppress these hartals and demonstrations. One example is of Jallianwala Bagh, 13th April 1919. It was a day of Baisakhi, children. At page 148 you can see, here's the picture of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. General Dyer, he ordered for the open fire on the gathering of people. Thousands of innocent people were killed, women, children included in that. And when Rabindranath Tagore he came to know about this massacre, he gave away the title of knighthood which was given to him by British crown. Children, Rowlatt Satyagraha, Gandhiji wanted that both Hindus and Muslims should be united to fight against British rule because he always saw India as a land of all the people who lived in this country, Hindus, Muslims, people of other religions. He was very keen to see that Hindus and Muslims they support each other and fight against British. Okay.